Jack Burford Chevrolet, ExpressRoofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Real Life Community Church, Time Warner Cable, and Madison County Schools.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. We on? Welcome, everybody. Madison Central High School. Got Madison Central, number ranked 13 in the state, against number 7 Woodford County regional matchup. And actually the final of the Tribe Shootout, I think the third annual Tribe Shootout, saw Tates Creek and Newport Catholic go to penalty kicks in the third place game. And Newport Catholic won that 4-3 on those penalty kicks. 2-2 game. Pretty physical game in that one. I hope everybody from Tates Creek is good. We saw a lot of injuries out there, so good physical game. Woodford County comes in with 2 losses. One against the number 1 ranked team in the state, Oldham County, which is 2-0. And then we see a Western Hills game, which is kind of an interesting game. That went down to PKs. Not sure what happened on that. It was a 2-2 game, and then went down to PKs. Madison Central's actually been on a little bit of a roll in the last few games. Came off a long weekend after Bowling Green and had a tough game against Mercer County, but then they seem to have rebounded a bit. These two teams know me very, very well. They play a lot of clubs for Lexington Football Club, LFC, out of Lexington, and a lot of these kids know each other from those teams. So see McLean Evans right there with the ball, number 11. He plays with 4 kids right now for Madison Central, one with Hunter Jackson there with the ball. Look for this to be a really interesting midfield battle. Who's going to control the midfield on this? Both these teams are going to be really, really good with possession, and it's going to be pretty much boiled down to who can handle that possession out of the midfield. See Cromwell there, their leading scorer, number 9 there. He plays LFC. He plays with number 6 there. He's defending him, actually. We see Christopher come in. Nice run. Phelps, he was coming off a little bit of a back injury earlier this year. I'd like to see him healthy. I don't know how well that's going to, as this game wears on, into the middle of the field to see if he's got to control that. So we'll see if they establish any rhythm. Both these teams played earlier today. Madison Central had a 2-0 win over Tates Creek. It was actually pretty much under control. I didn't see a lot of effort or a lot of fight back, I guess, from Tates Creek when you say that. So I think a lot of these players are rested. Woodford had a 1-0 win over Newport Catholic, but I think Fonium did the same thing. Rested a lot of his players to get them ready for this game, which what everybody knew was going to be kind of the matchup of this tournament. So we'll see how this one plays out a little bit. Christopher Phelps on the run down there, looking healthy right now. So I've seen several runs. Brandon's got to play him off. Good cross to the middle of McLean. Header, no avail. They're going to call, looks like, a corner kick for Woodford County. So I guess that was defended out. So we see Woodford attacking early. They're going to try to get us. Trevor White, number 5, and big Alex Kabosh, both walking down there. Big kids in center back position for Woodford County. Also both played with a lot of these kids on club too. Good ball in for McLean and to no avail. I'll tell you what, that was a good effort though. They're going to give a goal kick for Christian. Still, we'll see what Central has for the midfield control. Still battling a little bit of injuries. Sammy Perkins not starting. I don't see Tanner Riesick also. He's on the bench right now. Both, I think, have been cleared, but neither one are really starting to play. There you go. Good job by Worthy to clear that out, but unfortunately made an interesting pass there. Couldn't get a Sufi on the run. Sufi's wearing long sleeve shirts. Got warm out here after this rain, so he's going to be hot here in the middle of this game. I look for a little bit of defense. One thing about Woodford's game plan so far, I mean, they got 2 big center backs with Trevor White and Alex Karbosh. So getting through those 2 big center backs is going to be a challenge. You're going to have to make some really good passes, really good interior quick passes in order to get that. Trevor kind of sets that. He should play that back to the keeper. Yep. A little pressure, a little high pressure there for David Elkins. I don't know if these what I've seen from most of this tournament, I don't think Woodford has had a lot of high pressure. I want to see how these defensive players act when if Central comes up and puts some pressure on them defensively, like we see David trying to make that little bit of a run. And then interesting because Carboss just sent that out of bounds. So I don't know if they've had a lot of pressure. And one thing about Central is they typically control well in the mid and they pass well interior. So once they get on a roll, it should be pretty good. Played in, played out. That's a good run. Good run. Good run. Good kick. Never really controlled in the middle. And that's going to say the same thing goes for Central, how they're going to play with high pressure, because we already see that Woodford's going to put a lot of pressure up front. Central really hasn't even had a shot yet, and I think Woodford's already had a couple. And this is you need to settle. You get the ball on the ground and settle it. Good job. Reverse to absolutely no one. That pass has to have pace. And no settle, no settle. Finally controlled a little bit. Hunter should have that. And he's going to play that out wide. Looking for a run, nobody there. He should hit Peyton in the corner, but Peyton's going to come back to the middle of the field. Ball got out in front of him. One thing about Central, we talked about, we've had a little bit of injury problems lately, but I'll tell you, when we're watching this team play, the one good thing about what I've seen from the injury is players who maybe hadn't had the opportunity to step up have had the opportunity to step up. So we see kids like Peyton Crafton, who's played really, really well in the last. Cameron Browder, who's given a ton of effort. I've watched Andrew Jones come on, and he just plays with a ton of energy every time he comes on the field. Play out to Peyton Crafton right there. So even though you see a lot of the starters going down, if those injuries aren't in place, I mean, not that it's a good thing to have an injury, but at the same time, these kids have got opportunities now. And it's tough to actually get them off the field because they've been playing so well. And that gives, obviously, Coach some options. We're still looking to wait for Fez come back. That's a huge piece for us. He's got the pin taken out of his arm earlier this week, out of his hand. Nice try to flick. They can't. Cromwell's going to make a run here. One thing about him, you cannot do and Christopher Phelps on the corner. They're going to play that right side pretty good. The ball's way over. And Hunter should reel that in. There you go. Yeah, McLean let that go out. But it looks like they're playing that white side over there with Connor Britt. So he's going to have to – he's coming back from this is his first day back with a red card from the Mercer County. He sat out the last 2 games. So hopefully he's ready to go game shape. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Yep. The other Cromwell brother. And finally cleared it. Peyton's got that. Peyton Crafton well. And played it up right in the middle. Nice flick, but nobody out in the middle of the field. I saw what he's going. Peyton intercepted that. Played out to wide to Luke Fowle, who's going to try to go long. This is where Peyton settles. Good play on the settle. Can he go around? Nice play in the middle by Dave. Oh, no. I tell you what, that was a beautiful play. Beautiful play. I think Elkins let the ball get out a little bit in front of him. I thought he had it well played by the keeper to come out of that goal. But that pass was right on the money on that run. That was one of the best looks I've seen. That was just a beautiful run. So Cromwell's going to move it over. And we're going to have Chris Phelps on the other side. Plays over to the center. McLean overplayed. Possession back to Central, and he just let that get away. Good job by Worthy not to just send that. And that's what I'm starting to see a little bit more. The defense is starting to get a little bit back and being comfortable not just sending it over the top to no avail. Well, I see Worthy sometimes make a run, which is nice. Brandon Carney up. Woodford's going to settle that in the middle of the field. Over to Cromwell in the middle, played out by Carney, and somewhat controlled. Looks like Luke Powell's going to make a run down that side. Looking for Elkins in the middle of the field, but nobody there. Carbosh played that off. And it could be a throw-in for Madison Central. So far, I think in the first part of the game, I have to give that edge to Woodford County. Made a lot of runs, put a lot of pressure. We've seen that over and over again. Central seems to start a little slow, but as they can regroup, figure out who's on the field, they tend to start getting a little more control of the game. And so far, what I've seen is they're really starting to make better passes, except for that one right there. And they're starting to get a little bit more of a control and more run. Controlled out, good job. Sufi needs to clear that back over to and played over. Good job on that. Way to find that weak side of the field. Sufi needs to make that. Got Peyton streaking, didn't have him. Hunter's going to go back to the middle. Tried to make that run, but Peyton wasn't ready for it. And keeper's going to come out and take that. So we see what they're trying to do. They're just going to try to make a little weave. Peyton's playing left wing, but he's going to be he's swinging all the way over to the right side on that. Controlled. Everybody's waiting. And Hunter let it go out. One thing I have to say, if I have any critical at all of the Central team, at times they seem to watch. They don't. There's times where they don't really play with as much energy as you'd like to see a team play with, and that's a good run. Good job by Worthy to sniff that out because he had him wide open on that side. I thought he had some space. Worthy's still playing well. Still playing. And who's that going to be out on? They're going to call that to Woodford County. Well, we got an AR saying one thing and a center judge saying the other. So center wins and the AR loses. It looks like Fania wasn't happy with that call either. So a little high pressure. One thing about this team, if you're going to play high pressure, you may leave some spaces open, and that's where you're going to be challenged. Woodford can burn you quick. So throw in Woodford. I'm not sure what we're waiting. There we go. We expected this game, hopefully, to be a really good game. I'd hate to see, one team go over the top. But so far, update on the score of University of Kentucky's 35-35. A lot of defense going on, and that's a halftime score. And if anybody watched University of Louisville earlier this afternoon, whoa, that's going to be an interesting match. Interesting matchup. I mean, I'm not sure that I hope they have a mercy rule in college because I don't know if Kentucky's going to be able to play that. I'm going to be honest with you because Lamar Jackson is about as real a player as I've seen in a long. He had 5 touchdowns today. I mean, it was insane what kind of player he was today. Played out to Clayton on the left side and a quick play over to Connor Britt, and he's got it open. Oh, and he missed him. Oh, Elkins. Oh, wow. Good pace. Had him wide open, and Elkins put it off the side of his foot. He's going to want that back. I'm going to tell you what. I saw Peyton frustrated with that. I saw everybody frustrated. I thought that was a goal right there. They played exactly they want. I thought maybe Connor was going to take the shot, but he left it open. So you're seeing a little bit of Central kind of taking some possession back, and they're playing. They've been playing pretty well on the control side lately. So let's see if that continues for the half, because that's really what they're going to need to do if they're going to beat this team. And this is a really solid Woodford County team. Played all the way back to the keeper. So St. X had moved to number 1 in the state, and they lost yesterday, somewhere in there. Big run. Looks like Kit Christian's going to control that. I thought Cromwell, when he turned, had a spot. I don't know if that ball had the pace he thought, because he stopped on that ball. I thought maybe he was going to put some higher pressure on it. Good job by Carbosh on the clear on that side. Luke's going to play from behind, looking for some help. Trying to control Phelps over there. Good play to the center. Tatum Crafton off his chest. What do they call? Oh. And McLean. I was telling McLean once he blows the whistle, we're stopped. And he's already said, I'm watching you. So McLean tends to do that. We love him. He plays for LFC team with Peyton and Hunter. And he can.
Is this the first Madison Central Soccer HD game live?
Is this the first one? I think this is our first game live, isn't it? We've had plenty of football games. And congratulations, by the way, Madison Central Indians football yesterday in a record-breaking marathon of a 6-hour game with the lightning and everything that went with it. Did Southern play 12? Southern didn't come out on the best end of that one. I think when they started this morning, Tate's Creek woke up and played them, scored really early again this morning. So Southern took the bad end of it. That's a good play. I thought he had him. Southern had the bad end of it, but Central, you got to give them some credit with that. Defensively, I think every play they had to make defensively they made, and it was to their credit. What a great first time ever of beating Lexington Catholic, and they go to Lexington Catholic to beat them. So I watched. They had 5 running backs over there. I saw Powell running. I saw Hughley run a couple really good shots, and just an all-around effort on the ground. I think Zach Harden had a good game. I saw Ethan Hahn had a long run. Good for them. I'm glad to see that they're. We played that Bryan Station game. I tell you what, they're 3 points away from 5-0. So good for them. That's awesome. So looks like Woodford's got some speed here. They're coming up on the run. They're going to play out to Phelps wide. He should put this in the middle of the box. Nobody over there. McLean had come to the interior, and he played it out to the wide side. So no harm there. But you've seen that play over and over again. They've run that probably 4 times coming down Phelps. And that's where I see if he's healthy, he's going to be tough to handle on that side. And I know, like I said, the back's been bothering him, but he looks really good right now. I don't know if he'll make it the whole game, but control that. Put that ball down. Way to play that back. Now you got time. And you play that out to the middle. A lot of pressure still. Good job by Sufi to stay with, and finally he's fallen down. I don't think you'll see any cheap shots or anything like that in this particular game. I think these players are going to respect themselves, each other, and the game. We saw some, like I said, some real physical play. For Central, 11 is going to be David Elkins. And there's the play into them, Chris, to the inside. Defensively, you're looking for both the tests. Cromwell try to turn on that quick. Here's going to be McLean. He will take this. It's going to be a corner kick. Yep, it's going to be a corner kick out. McLean has a really nice-looking shot. He can fire it quick. His older brother used to play for Woodford as well. Woodford lost a ton of seniors last year, and they thought this was going to be kind of a down year, but I think they moved up to 7th in the state. They're playing very well. Defensively, I think, is where they're most sound at. I don't know how many games how many goals they've given up. Oh, Trevor made a nice run on that side. Trevor White came all the way back, and I thought they had him on that side, to be honest. You can't play the Western Hills game. That was 3. So you're looking at a Woodford County team that's given up 8 goals all year. So that tells you a little bit about where their strengths lie, and that's defensively. So, when you get your opportunities, you better capitalize, because if you don't, now you're in trouble. Trip through. Elkin's going to make the run. Him and Carbosh both running. Carbosh going to try to shield him off. And he did. I like the effort. From Alex. Looks like got 2 warming up for Woodford County. Both these teams, like I said, have played 2 games today, so I'm sure Fanion will be pretty. They
both played 2 games today.
Central played at 10 a.m. against Tate's Creek, and Woodford played at noon. A good ball in, nobody there. Played out. It's going to be a throw in for Madison Central. So.
You're tired. Is it better? To be defensively better than.
Well, if you're looking, what most coaches will never touch their defensive back 4. So who they are is who they are. For instance, if Horn's going to substitute, he very rarely is going to sub his 4. And if you're going to see Woodford County, Trevor White and Alex Carbosh will be the 2 that they'll never come out of the game. Like I see 3 or 4 guys warming up for Woodford County. All that's going to be midfield, because midfielders are going to have to run from both sides of the field. You got to recover. So trying to get recovery and some air for the midfield is where you go, and that's where a lot of the shape. They said, I think it was estimated somewhere around 6-7 miles a game that these kids are going to run. It's crazy. And you got to be in shape. I mean, and that's the problem is. Well, I've seen some, but they're not effective. That's why you see some of these kids and they're real big, and you're like, okay, that's fine. And then you watch him play, and you're like, all right, dude, you're going to have to actually keep up. They had him in the corner. That's a good play. He came back to it. Ball in. Oh, well done by Alex Carbosh. All 6'5" of him, I think, back there. It's why you like those big center backs. Worthy McGuire cheats up. Peyton's going to make a run to the corner, I think, here. Should take him in the corner, but he's going to go back to the middle of the field. Good play to Luke, back in the middle. Good play to the corner, but he didn't think he's going to get there. No, he's not going to get there. I like the way they looked. That was a nice play. Well, yeah, and they're trying to do the same thing that Woodford's doing. You're playing that side, and you're going to try to center it back in. One thing about, like I said, Woodford, they got two really big center backs in the middle, if you look at them. We'll see that coming up against Montgomery County with Zach Hill, who's all 6'5". Zach Hill. Wow. He's a big kid. No, he's center back. He plays right in the middle of the field. Well, if you look at last year, Henry Clay played. We ended up losing to Henry Clay after getting a 3-point lead in the semifinals of regional. Central went up 3-0, ended up losing to Henry Clay. And the kid they had, who's playing at the University of Kentucky right now, is 6'7", and he played right in the middle of the field. 6'7", yeah. Soccer player, 6'7". Yeah, it's like nothing. He is currently on UK's roster. I don't know how much field time he's getting. I don't know. There's two kids from Henry Clay from last year that are playing. Yeah, 6'7". He's an international player. He came from, I think, South Africa. But Ame, his name's Ame. He's a heck of a player, I tell you what. But, it's tough to get around that. I'll tell you what. You can't really go over the top. It's almost a handball. Okay. I thought the RA had the flag up for the foul, but then center ref called him off again. So, like, all right, that's how it works. That's how we do it.
What about the referee's soccer, Terry? What's their experience when they come in? Are they former soccer players?
You know, most of them are. I talked to a couple the other day. Or yesterday, we played Thursday night against Newport Catholic, and I was talking to an RA. He played Bellarmine for 3 years, played Evansville his first year, all kinds of soccer experience. But I think most of them have played or did play. I wouldn't wish that job on my worst enemy. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean,
I'm just asking questions that we've gotten.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they have to go to school and they got to go to this.
They do. Peyton considered it for a while. And he actually took the class and was certified, and then went and did his first game over at Musa, and he ran away. I got to tell you, it's like, nope, not going to do this, boy. Not going to do this. Like I said, it's just
it takes a special breed, I guess, for any.
You got to have some thick. You really got to have some thick skin. Like, I tell you, they take a lot, man. They just take a lot. I was looking to see where that get it cleared. There's a good ball. Carbosh had it. He was I thought McLean wanted that ball out, and I think Carbosh took the shot. I think McLean was telling him, "You need to let me take that."
Wow, that's it's a tree. Wow.
You scored on that goal.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like insanity right there. But you see what you're saying. It's like you put that kid in the middle of the field, and it's just tough to get around. But so far, really nothing going on. 17 minutes to go in this game. Kind of what we expected. You know, everybody's really battling for control. Not a lot. I haven't seen a lot of runs. I don't know what they called that. Throw in for the Madison Central. We've seen both runs on both teams. I think we haven't really seen any subs yet. I know there's a bunch of kids warming up. Actually, they did come in for Woodford County. We were talking to a couple of the parents over there for Woodford, and they were talking about some of the kids that on their team that had grown up over the year. And who was it? The kid that I was looking at. Oh, no, Zaylen Lanier, number 16, right here in the middle of the field. They said the football team calls him on a regular basis. Look at it. It's a big old boy. He looks like a linebacker out there. Down the corner. And they're going to play it in. Throw in Madison Central.
But isn't it all about what you love to do?
I totally agree. You know, and I think football is there's so many injury prones lately. I mean, you're looking at concussions and among other things. I mean, there's just a lot of injuries coming in football lately.
That's kind of what football is.
Yeah, it's the intent. The intent is to hurt. Although this has become a pretty physical game too, but as we see, that kid's a big old kid. So Fonyo's the only one that's really gone to the bench early. I haven't seen anything from Horn. Nobody warming up. He seems to content sitting in his chair kind of watching the game go by. So turn, no avail. Fonyo's just going to kind of let that play on. So nobody really on the board yet. Like I said, I don't know. The one thing about this is as much as you want to win this game, the one thing is you know these two teams will probably be meeting in regionals. I mean, if right now I think Woodford County is winning their district. I think it's 2-1, 2-1, but they're winning on goal differential. So you look for basically if these two teams both win districts, move anything in regionals at all, then they may face each other. And you don't want to give too much up. I mean, it's just as much as you want to win. And I almost say if you lose this game, you have more to win in the second one. You know, so. And I think they match up pretty evenly. So far what I've seen is as far as just overall midfield control defensively, you know, I haven't seen one team that I'd say, oh, wow, they have a huge advantage. Defensively, they're pretty even. Strikers, offensively, they're pretty even. Midfield, they seem to be pretty even. And I think possession's gone 50-50. So, and I think both teams have made decent runs. So let's see who's going to break through first. I think we had a couple of really good opportunities that we kind of squandered, but and that may come back to haunt us towards the end of the game. Played out the middle, a lot of pressure there on Peyton. Luke couldn't get that wide. He was looking over for Sufi wide. That went right through Peyton Crafton. Oh, and that's going to be a push. Once he brought the hands up, there was no choice. Yeah, I mean, you can play shoulder to shoulder, but once the arms come up, you're going to get the call. And that's kind of what it is. And I think he knew it. There didn't seem to be a lot of protesting. But, and like I said, I think these two teams respect each other. There's not going to be a lot of craziness going on. Somebody's going to make sure you update that Kentucky score, though. Oh, he played that back. I don't think he intended to do that. Who's winning?
Kentucky.
Has Kentucky finally went up?
I think so.
Wow. That's the most amazing thing I've ever heard. What are they going to do this year? I mean, seriously. What are they going to do?
C.J. Conrad, third touchdown, 42-35.
C.J.'s at tight end, isn't he? 87?
Why have they not started using tight ends like everybody's been saying for the last
Why did he back up on that? Peyton Crafton had the ball dead to rights and turned around and backed up. I'm not sure what that was. Well, I tell you what, it was raining for about 4 hours, about 3 hours. From the second game on, and we thought this one would be in the rain, and the sun is out, and it's actually a nice cool day. Yeah, maybe 80 degrees. I mean, it couldn't really be any better. What we got? So we got 30 or 42? 49-35. Kentucky making a run. Peyton. Looks like Hunter's going to bring that back. McLean in there. Play that quick out. It's going to be wide side to Connor Britt, who should bring that back into the middle. He's got nobody up. Should play it over to Peyton if he's got a put Hunter on the run. Hunter should turn. Oh, wow. Couldn't get any foot on it. Looks like Carbosh had a body on him pretty good. He tried to turn, and all he got was Alex Carbosh on that play. Woodford coming off a regular season big win. Last game they played was Frankfort. They had an 8-0 win coming off that Western Hills PK. So I think they unfortunately took out the PK loss or loss on Frankfort. Sorry, Frankfort. Got to give that up. I was going to say you got to give that up earlier than what he did. Peyton in the middle of the field. He has Trevor. He greeted him on the side. Can he get there? Pat Trevor played that ball out, so it's going to be a throw in for Madison Central. Thought he had him on his hip, but couldn't get around the corner. Has Browder in the middle of the field. Nobody there yet. Luke's going to play that to the wide side. Hunter should have the corner if he wants it, but he didn't go after it. He went to the middle of the field. I don't like that. He had the corner if he wanted it. Or he's going to settle that to absolutely no one. McLean finally settles that down. Hunter's got to really be aggressive about coming that corner side, and I think he looked up and brought it to the middle. I don't know if that was what the game plan was or what that was. Throw in Woodford County. And still control. No control. Oh, we're going to play that in. Woodford County throw in still. 11:32 to go in the first half. Still nobody. I think Central's had some really good opportunities. Hunter can't stab at that ball like that. Good play in the middle of the field there. Nobody there. McLean's going to have to turn that. He's going to get a little body from Crafton and finally cleared out by, you're waiting on it. Brought it to the weak side. Hunter has some open time, so he should beat him down the side if he had him, but he don't. Good play. Couldn't get past Trevor White. All right, a lot of space here for Woodford County. Peyton's trying to recover, but he's kind of not there yet. Good job by Peyton Crafton to come up on that. And you got to be able to hold the ball. Played in. Still no way there. Woodford's got the advantage. Played in the back of Peyton Netherton. It's going to be a throw in for Woodford County. Two guys warming up over here, Jackson Gilbert and Andrew. I love Andrew's tenacity. Kid comes in, he just plays hard. He's like a little fly. You can't get rid of him. He just always nice flick. Nice flick. Played off the back, and that's going to be a throw in. Ooh. To be honest with you, I thought that was a Woodford County throw in. I thought it came back off of Connor, unless he was just saying the ball already went out before it played in. Yeah, we don't have an angle from here. Working on that IT to get closer angles. All coming. I have a feeling it's all coming. I like the idea with that one, but, oh, come on. What are you doing there? I'm not sure what that play was. Connor just kind of went under. I mean, they gave it, I guess, to Connor needs to come out of the game. Yep.
Oh, he's done so.
So we better get Tanner up. Looks like he's hobbling a little bit on the right side. Jackson Billiard's coming in. Looks like we're going to rotate somebody around, but I'm not sure who. We got Andrew in for David Elkins. We've got Jackson Gilbert coming in for, I'm not sure. So what they're going to do is they're going to put Cameron Browder back for the left wing. They're going to put Jackson Gilbert in for Cameron Browder. I thought Connor kind of came in kind of recklessly there. I'm not sure what his play was. Kind of got flipped up a little bit. I know they called the foul, but I'm not sure what his play was on that. So it looks like, I don't know if it's a knee, an ankle. We'll look and kind of keep that updated. 9:33 to go in the first half. Worthy's going to come up and kind of, he's going to send that one down the field. Played out of bounds by Woodford County. Header out. The other Cromwell brother, I believe. Into the middle of the field to see if he's got plenty of space if he wants it. Now Hunter, this is where Hunter needs to go to the corner. And he doesn't. He goes right back to the middle of the field. Okay, no foul. He did call the foul, I was going to say. All right, now this is what we've seen from the 18-yard line in the last 3 outings from this spot. We're going to see if the same thing works out. Oh, they're going to call that from the 22. I thought it was much farther in. So they're going to let Peyton take this again. He's gone top left corner the last 2 games. So let's see if they're going to do this again or not. I don't know. They're moving a lot of people around. Nope, they're going to play that to Luke. He's going to come around the corner, try to get it. Jesus, really? They did call it. Oh, they called it on Luke. I thought Luke was kind of stood up there and held on to, but they called that on Luke Powell. I'm not seeing that. One thing I always said, and we're playing the set piece from about the 20-yard line, I'd like to see the ball in the box. I don't like to see the ball played to that blind side. I've not seen anything really happen this year. That was a bad play by Woodford. They just sent that ball out. You got to get rid of that, son. So played out wide again. Arm. Ooh, they called no handball on that. I thought that was a clear handball on Luke Powell. So 7:49 to go. Looks like Central really has control right now, waiting for anything to happen. Looks like they're going to try to get the corner on this. Nope. Plays it over to the wide side, but Hunter is going to get there or not. He's going to get there. Is he going to go to the corner or not? Yep, he's going to go. He should be right back in the middle of the field. And Jackson Gilbert, all 6'4", 5 ahead, and can't get there. Controlled in the middle of the field there by Luke Powell now. Nice interior. Oh, that was one step away. I thought that was a good play. I think if he had him on a step. Still nothing going on. 7:15 to go in the game. About what we expected. I think it's 50-50. I don't really see anybody advantage. I'm going to be honest with you. This game has been about as close as you can get as far as possession and everything else. I have not seen anything else. And Hunter pulled off on that. I thought Hunter had a run on it, and he just kind of pulled off. Good job by Peyton Crafton to keep that up. Andrew in the middle of the field. Hunter's going to have that run. Good job. Nope, right to the middle. I think he didn't get a foot on there because I think he was trying to go to the weak side of the field. Good as well. Brandon Carney to the middle. Jackson Gilbert just kind of bodied his way through but didn't get the ball. Everybody's kind of tired, it looks like. Not a lot of zip. Not a lot of zip in the step. Everybody's just kind of letting the ball come to them. Like I said, second game for both teams, and on a high school level, that's a lot of games. That's a lot of time on the field. Who's going to get to this?
3 games total today.
This is only 2, but I tell you what, you don't play at this level. You're playing. Yeah, I was going to say you're asking a whole lot from these kids to be running this kind of. If it's a 40-minute game on each side, you're running and running and running. I mean, this is the third year, third annual. I think Evan started it his second year, I want to say. That might be wrong. I don't know if he started his first year or second year. I remember the freshman year, I don't think we had it. So he started his sophomore year. Woodford had the best of us our sophomore year. Last year, we beat Woodford County 3-0 to win. And then this year, obviously it's Woodford and us again in the finals. So Tate's Creek's had some really good teams in there during that period of time, too. I got to tell you. Hunter's going to make that run. Oh, he tried to flip it out. Andrew wasn't ready for the flip. Trevor's going to let that go out of bounds. He kind of heeled that ball to the corner, and I don't think Andrew was ready to make that run. He thought Luke and Andrew were both going to come overlap, and it just didn't happen. 5 minutes in the first half. Still no real action going on. Looks like Chris Phelps getting ready to come back in the game and they're going to put him on this weak side over here. They're going to leave him on this left side. Right side. Controlled in the middle by Woodford. Going to make a little bit of a run. Uh-oh, this is what I was talking about. They put him on that wide side. Now it's going to be a race. Saw that coming. Did you see a little bit? He's fast as heck. But I thought I saw him pull up a little bit there when he was making that run. I thought I saw it pull up a little bit. His back maybe bothered him a little bit because I would say he was going to go, and he didn't do it. Oh, no call. Cromwell.
New Mexico State making a run, 49-42.
At some point, you're going to – and I'm just curious, didn't Stoops say this week he was going to be calling the defense? And you've given up 42 – you've given up 42 points, and you're calling defense. Although I watched a little bit of the game, and I'm going to be honest with you, they could not stop that quarterback to save their life. That kid was running all over the field. And they were having so many problems just trying to contain that kid, and they were getting 6-7 yards every time. And one thing about they show the stat, Kentucky's given up third down conversions like 80% of the time. I'm sorry, defense has got to get off the field, and they're just not doing it. Peyton's on the weak side, nobody there. Turn back in. Yep, take it. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. I was going to say, once he moved over to the weak side and they found him over there, he goes right to his left foot, and he has that angle. He whipped it right back in. Nice goal, Peyton Netherton. We're up 1-0, 3 minutes to go in the first. Way to go. First blood goes to Madison Central on a well-executed play. Kind of saw that develop on that side. Once they brought him over, Woodford never adjusted that defense and kind of left him hanging on that side. And as soon as he got that open spot, he bent it right into the goal. So look for Woodford to really attack at this point. Funyun's got to be really, really happy that Peyton is scoring that goal. I got to tell you, he used to play for Funyun in LFC, and Funyun cut him. Yeah. So he went back to LFC eventually, and the Tates Creek coach, Albert, later coached him the last 2 years at LFC. But, yeah, there's a little bit of history there for them. So we'll like to see Peyton get on the board against his old coach. That was a long time ago, but, you know, it still kind of sits in that a little bit. Oh, nice run. This is Cromwell. This is the kid they have a problem. He was one of the leading scorers for the LFC team in '99. He's good. They got good speed on that side. They overloaded that side with speed. Oh, wow. I tell you what, that could have been. He had the shot. He was good for a call or something, but I'm not sure. He just kind of slid in there. Throw in Woodford. Like I said, now you go 1-0. You're looking for Woodford to really start to attack in this game. That's what's gonna be. They've got everybody up on this side, and one thing is, this is where you can get some runouts if you play it that way.
Would the SEC network get mad if I pulled it up and we did it a split screen?
Oh, let's do it. Let's do this. Who's I think Evan came in. Who did he come in for? Hunter on that side? All right. Still got to control this midfield, guys. They're going to be looking for you bad. And they're going to attack you. Get drawn by Luke. He's got Peyton up front. If he gets him, can he get there? He's going to make the run in. Oh, he had Evan. I thought he had Evan. Jackson Bilbert's going to kind of corral that on this side if he gets forward out of bounds. He's going to try to Evan. Andrew's going to come in there. Still a lot of pressure. Who's going to control? It's going to be a throw in for Madison Central. We're about 1 minute into the first half. Gilbert's going to try to play that side. I thought it went out of bounds, but it didn't. And they're going to call a throw in. Under a minute right now, 46 seconds to go in the first half. Madison Central with that 1-0 lead so far. And Woodford doesn't seem to be in any hurry to play this. 37 seconds, 36. Keeper's just kind of playing with it right now. Maybe Funyun just said, relax. Let's just get this organized at halftime. See what happens. He's still coaching, so I see him over there barking some commands. Play in the middle. Luke's going to control that. And set. 10 seconds to go. Just keep it down that end of the field, guys. That's all you got to do. Trevor's going to crush this one. No blood if you get it out. 3, 2, 1. And halftime. That's it. All right. Madison Central 1. Woodford County, the number 7 ranked team in the state, is got 0. I know Woodford's going to come out strong because I know how Funyun is. So we'll look for a heck of a game in the second half and see how it works out.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, ExpressRoofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYMedia.net, Real Life Community Church, Time Warner Cable, and Madison County Schools. Okay, I checked out this Chevy Tahoe from Jack Burford Chevrolet. Nice. What? Ooh, this is nice. Nice Tahoe. Ooh, watch this. It even has a backup camera. Sweet. Ooh, no hands. Nice. What? Small car, big coverage. Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, ExpressRoofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Real Life Community Church, Time Warner Cable, and Madison County Schools.
And we're back. Welcome everybody back. Madison Central High School had a 1-0 lead for Madison Central. Had a couple really good opportunities. Finally overloaded one side. Looks like Peyton came off the weak side, bent one in. Peyton Netherton put it up 1-0. I'll look for Woodford County to come up fired out. Funyun was not happy with his team at halftime, and he let him know we were sitting up here in the booth and got the full blunt of that one. So it's Funyun. He's an intense player. We know that Woodford's going to come out and attack. So Central better be ready because I have a feeling he sent some horses up front and he's going to come after him. Overall, I'd say it's pretty even on the game. Even on the possession side, we looked at that, and Randy and I talked about it. It's about 50-50. I haven't seen a lot of really any team that has been dominant. I mean, Central had a couple really, really good opportunities early that they squandered. I think Elkins had one go off his foot that was played in by Connor Britt. Connor Britt's injury update is he has been wrapped and is going back on the field. Apparently, he's not going back on right now. It looks like they're going to keep him on the sidelines. They're going to have Peyton Crafton in there, and they're going to let Cameron Browder play that off with Jackson Gilbert. But wrapped him up, ankle and leg, something like that. He did a little Superman airborne thing, so we'll see how that goes. Look for Woodford County to be out to make something happen here. I think that, like I said, if they're going to be following what their coach's intensity are. And one thing that we look at, both these teams played early, and I know that both their games were pretty under control. I think Funyun spent a lot of time substituting. We watched the first half of the Newport Catholic game. They won 1-0. I know Central played Tates Creek, and I think Horn had the opportunity to put down his starters a lot of time too. So they should be somewhat fresh, but this is game 2 at a high school level. This could be a factor. When you come into what kind of physical shape these kids are in, and I mean they're in unbelievable shape, but when you look at it, can they sustain for another 40 minutes of running? Because both these teams are going to get tired. Yeah. I mean, who's going to gut through that? And, yeah. Only injuries, or the ref's going to tell you to stop that clock when he does. Early on, it looks like Central's going to take the early control. And then give it right back up. So a little bit of the same first half. Carbosh is going to play this out into midfield. That was really an interesting play. He had 2 runners and nobody there. David Elkins should try to make this. And he got around the corner. Carbosh kind of played it out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for Madison Central. Central, the team that came out of the gate, I thought, more energy was Madison Central, which is what we were worried about. I like to see that. Boy, it'd be nice to capitalize early and get a little 2-0 cushion, boy. So Peyton Netherton's going to take the corner kick. See McLean Evans out, Clever and Hunter on that short corner, so this should go into the box. Up in the middle, David Elkins had the header but couldn't direct it where he needed it to go, went straight up out of bounds. So look for Central's got some intensity in their face. I mean, I think that they're still going to attack. I mean, I don't think that this is not going to be an easy out from this point on. That breeze feels really good, by the way. Whew. It has turned into a nice night. It has turned into a beautiful night. About 75 degrees. Peyton's going to control that on a header to Jackson Gilbert in the middle. He should have him on the wing if he goes. Peyton's going to take him back to the wing. Double side. Cromwell comes over. A lot of traffic over there. You got to clear that to the middle of the field. Controlled by Luke Powell's got pressure on. He's going to go to Hunter Jackson, who looks like kind of stopped on the ball. It's going to be Madison Central. So I don't think Hunter got. There was a lot of high pressure coming over on that side. McLean going to clear that ball out of bounds. So throw in for Madison Central. A little sloppy on that side. And McLean's usually much better with that first touch than that. Hunter's going to bring it back. He's got Sufi wide open in the middle. If you got, and then we still got to get it back over here with Cameron Browder. If you're too much traffic, so I said, play it back if you don't have that shot. Don't force that middle. There's too much traffic in there. Cromwell's going to play through two, not going to get it. Hunter tries to make the turn. I don't know if he's going to get it or not. Does kind of get some open space. Luke Powell's going to bring that back. Try to get Peyton in the middle of the field. It looks like off, but right back to him. Oh. He likes to play physical. That's what I said. This kid can flat do it. Phelps is going to make a run there. Good job by Brandon Carney. Ball's up in the middle of the field. Still a little physical. Sufi's finally going to wheel that in. Hunter on the side. All right, finally settled. Oh, McLean's going to play it up. A little high pressure for McLean. A little run here. If he gets it under him. Couldn't get it under him. So I said he finally controlled it. He's got Peyton on the corner if he wants him. Now he's going to tell him to run. Oh, he had the thought. He couldn't get it. Controlled back in the midfield. I like the interior passing right now. See what we're talking about? If you can control the field in the middle of the field and do the nice little interior passing, don't make any, if you stay out of the traffic and hold the possession for the ball and then wait for your shots. Hunter should come back to the middle. He's going to take a shot. Oh, left, wide left. Yeah, over in this first half, I've seen most of the possession coming to Madison Central, and especially in the middle of the field, making the smart pass. And this game, you got to play simple. When you try to create too much and you try to do this, extraordinary play, that's when you get burned. And right now they seem to be playing pretty simple, and I like that style. So let's see if that continues. 36 to go in the game. The ball's going to be played up, and Phelps is going to let that one go out of bounds. Chris Phelps, Fanium can't be happy with his intensity. He's already up off the bench, so he's just not happy with the way they're playing right now. And I don't know. It's one thing. And there you go. Chris should make this run. He's got Cromwell coming back. Good job by Cameron Browder to recover on that and take that away. Good job. Oh, good play. He turned around, made that play. Hunter had a good run. He should be able to create here if he creates on Alex. Into the middle. Luke couldn't get over. Nope, nobody there. Control in the air. One possession. Peyton's going to have the run on the corner. Nope, that ball went out of bounds. Yep, they called it too. I think he was trying to set it and couldn't get over there. So quick in for Woodford. Still looking to attack something right now. Played at the middle of the field to the Cromwell, who got a nice little run there. Played back well. Good setup. Here comes Evan. Hey, got to stop the ball, guys. Got to stop the ball. Can't do it. Good play by Chris Fields. Great play. One of the things about the defense, got caught watching a little bit. And here we go down the field. So we're going to have a corner or a throw in. Looks like we're going to have a corner kick for Woodford County. These are always dangerous. Got big Trevor White down there. Got big Alex Carbos down there. Last time they sent it wide. And good play by Christian just to take that out. Christian's going to send this down the field. Looking for Peyton's going to control a little bit. Back over. So in that position, Coach Horn's given them a lot of leeway. So when they rotate, it doesn't really kind of like you see Luke's playing center mid and Peyton's playing wing, but when they make their runs, Luke has rotated over to the wing player in that position, and good play by Chris Phelps to control that ball. Now you got to run. You got to watch Cromwell on the right side. Chris brings it back to the middle of the field. Good job by Worthy McGuire to step in, and well played by Asufi. Jackson couldn't get there either. What a play up. Still got McLean Evans. I'm sorry, I keep calling him Evan because his last name's Evans.
Does the coach give them the leeway you're talking about? Because because he kind of likes what they're seeing.
One of the things that
and he trusts what they're doing.
the one thing about these kids when they played was, especially for when Evan coached, Evan gave them the freedom to create. And one thing is Coach Horn has allowed that freedom to continue. So, and that was one of the things you're worried about. You got a new coach coming in. Is he going to be very disciplined? Everybody holds your spot. And he's really allowed them that freedom still to create. And that's where these kids play their best soccer, when they can create out of the midfield and be able to rotate off of that positioning. So good play in. Good job by Worthy to clear that. And Jackson's gonna release Hunter on that side. Oh,
Looks a little tired.
yeah, he started this half. He's Peyton Crafton, concluded by McLean Evans. Finally cut up by Hunter Jackson. A lot of pressure up there. Cromwell brother makes a nice pass, but controlled by, they called a foul. That's kind of a touch foul there. He hasn't been calling a lot. I don't see a lot there, but whatever. McLean Evans quick to the foul there, so they're going to bring McLean's going to attack. This is what I expected to see. When Woodford came out, I expected them to attack. And that's going to be no avail. So, and I think Christian had that one dead to rights, so he just let that go to the side. 32 minutes to go in the game. It just seems kind of like it's a good game. It's a good executed game. Possession's been going either way, but I can't say that two good soccer teams, a lot of talent on the field. Haven't seen an advantage anywhere. Still looking for who's going to finally take somewhat control. It's going to be a throw-in for Woodford County. And I haven't seen really anything. So it's the same way the first half started. Everybody just kind of feeling each other out. But I think Central started well, and now we're looking at good play in by McLean Evans. Chris Phelps should have that ball. Nope. Ball went too wide on him, so throw in for Madison Central. Throw it into Peyton. He lost it. He got it back and cleared it out. Throw in for Woodford County, a little dangerous area. Good ball. Cameron Browder plant challenged well. This Jackson Gilbert couldn't get over. And well played. The other Cromwell brother. Good interior passing. And finally played out for Madison Central. I think Woodford wanted a little bit of a foul there. I thought Worthy cleared the ball pretty well. I don't see the contact was made, but I think the ball was cleared, so I don't think you're going to get that call. Throw in for Woodford. He's going to throw that deep. Finally, I'll tell you what, Worthy kind of cleared that over the top. You got to be careful with that. A little pressure. All right, I'll tell you what. There's going to be a foul right here on, and McLean Evans should take this. Number 11. And I'll tell you what, where he's standing is a really dangerous shot because he can put this, he's going to go probably upper right corner. He's going to take a shot with this. We've seen this a couple times. He's a dangerous player from this spot on the field right here. There it goes. It's over top, though. I'll tell you, he's mad at himself. I'll tell you what, he usually pinpoints that ball much better than what he just did. So, yeah, he's mad, and unfortunately that's for him. But 29 minutes to go, 29-49 in the game. Central with the goal kick here. I think that Woodford's getting a little bit on the frustrated side with some of the opportunities. Controlled. Want to get that ball on the ground as quickly as possible. Play through the physical. Play through the physical. And Hunter took a wild grasp at it. I'm not sure what happened with it, but off the Woodford player. And finally cleared out. One of the things I'm seeing is Woodford's making runs and Central's content right now to kind of clear the ball instead of really trying to play where they were before. They're letting their defensive players just kind of play up. That shot really wasn't much. 28 to go. I'd like to see a run by Central right here. We saw early in the half, but really nothing since. They haven't really made any runs. They've been content just to kind of watch. Alex Karbash controlled on the right side there. And I see nobody warming up for Woodford County. I think he's content to leave his starters on the field. I mean, last time in the first half, he'd already had people up and he was ready to go. And then he's got his starter, and I think he's just going to ride this game out for a while with them and see if they can. He was pretty hard on him at halftime, so good play. Good control by Luke. He's got Peyton on the wide side. Taken back by Cromwell. One thing about it, the kid can play through. Good ball there. He lost it. Yeah, the Cromwell brother on the top. They're going to play to the wide. Central seems to be content to look. They're not really, like the passes are off. I mean, I think Woodford's more attacking on that side. Like they're getting closer. Like right there, you're winning balls now than the air, and they're getting faster to the runs. They're getting faster to the balls. McLean's going to get tripped in the box, and again, he's going to put this out there again. Now McLean's going to try to redeem himself here. Look for top left corner. While he's stopping, we got an injury. Why are we rotating? What happened? I have no idea what that was. They told Asufi he had to come out.
Is he bleeding? Oh, he's bleeding.
Funyam wants a card. One thing about Funyam, he always wants a card. I can tell you that. Funyam very rarely doesn't want a card. He's going to argue that call till the day he dies. So McLean, again, this is his shot right here. I'm telling you, he can bend it, and he can put it in a spot that's dangerous. He's going to play that in. Christian can play it. Good job by Christian Roberts to play that well. He didn't take the shot on that. He tried to feed that inside. Who?
Christian Roberts.
Christian?
Yeah.
He's played a heck of a year so far, let me tell you what. I mean, you got to look at Madison Central has 2 losses for the year. Both of them are on PKs only. Yeah, I mean, and I'll tell you what, we played Newport. Was it Newport? Newport Central on Thursday night, and the first 6 minutes of the game, they awarded a penalty kick to Newport Central, and he stopped it. He stopped it, and that's a big stop on his part. I'll tell you what, Central is just really slow to the ball right now. I got to tell you, I mean, I'm just noticing that it's just. They're more reactionary than they have been in the game. They're content to watch the ball go instead of play it. I mean, Woodford's winning every ball. This ball is coming in, and I'll tell you what, McLean made a heck of an effort to get there. I'm going to give the nod so far in this half to Woodford. I think Central came out knocking on the door, and then after that they have just really have lost every possession. I haven't seen them put a couple passes together. They really have lost a lot of their intensity. I mean, it's like they seem to be content to sit on this 1-0 game. 26 to go in the game, a lot of time to be hoping and praying. I mean, Christian's a heck of a goalkeeper, even if he is your cousin. Or nephew. I say not cousin. Again, 50-50 ball, middle of the field. Woodford reacts to it. Winford reacts to it. Chris Phelps on the right side. Woodford reacts. They got a corner run. Cameron Browder. It's going to be a corner kick for Woodford County. Right now, they're just outplaying them. Yeah. I mean, they're outplaying them to every ball. And you're going to wonder when, at least got some people warming up, it looks like. Some fresh legs for Woodford County starting to warm up. But, yeah, you're flirting. I'm just telling you. This is not a game, not a team you need to be flirting with. Corner kick in, deep. And Trevor tried to play that with his foot. Worthy McGuire is going to clear that out to absolutely nobody in the middle of the field. And that ball's played back in through 2 defenders in Madison Central. And finally played back out. Carbosh is going to play it over. Again, Woodford under control. And a stupid stab at the goal. You know, played out by Brandon Carney. Still no control by Madison Central at all. Finally, Luke kind of corrals it. What is he going to do? He's going to put it over to Hunter Jackson. He's going to bring it in the middle of the field. Finally played over wide left. He's got space if he gets around the player. He's got space. A good job with that. Back into the middle. Back over to Peyton. And he couldn't get there. I tell you what, that was a nice give and go. It's the first any kind of of attack that I saw from Madison Central. Once he had the player up on the left side, he had a lot of space on that side to beat him. Once he had that side, he had a little work with, and unfortunately couldn't quite get the pass to be where it wanted to be. But he had that corner if he needed. He had a good run coming in. .24 to go in the game. Cleared out. Luke Powell in the middle. David Elkins going to control wide right to Hunter Jackson. He's looking for some space in the middle of the field. Nice little run, but couldn't get David Elkins on the corner. I'm not quite sure the keeper played that, but we'll take him. 23 to go. Keeper's going to play this out. So a little bit more control in the last few minutes. Hopefully they can continue that. And you got to wonder eventually. The one thing about what we got, a university update.
62-42.
Kentucky took a
3:41 left.
Kentucky took a giant 62-42 lead. And they called a big foul there in the middle of the field. I didn't see the play. We'll have to pull that one up on replay. They called that on Central. There's a lot of fans not happy about the call, so I'm not sure how it worked. Oh, ball played in, cleared out, finally up, still up in the air. That's old Larry Frakes. He kicked it behind him. He kicked it behind him. Goal kick for Madison Central High School. 22 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the game. 2 substitutions coming in the game for Woodford County. I'm not sure who he's going to pull here. He pulled both his midfielders. Pulled a midfielder and somebody else. Oh, he pulled Phelps, Chris Phelps. So 23 to go, 22 to go. Played up by Christian, middle of the field. Not sure. Again, just defensively. Get to the ball. Get to the ball. Get to the ball. Not there. Got Cromwell in the middle, got double. Went through 2 defenders to get to that one. Finally played up. Challenged by Cameron Browder. Still not seeing a lot of control. And still coming back. Again, Woodford's winning all the one-on-one possessions right now. We're making a lot of, again, not clearing. Not really a lot of control. Good job by Alex Carbosh to play that back. He had a little bit of pressure coming on that side. Hunter's going to make a run. I thought he had it. But see, this is what I'm looking at. When you put pressure on that defense, they make passes just like they just did. Right to the middle of the field. Luke had an easy play in the middle of the field to get control over it. You got to give that up. McLean's with a good run. McLean Evans coming in. Well played, well played. Now stop and control. You got the whole left side of the field if you want it. Go down right. And misplayed by Hunter Jackson. It's going to be a throw in for Woodford County. Ball was passed behind him. Got to have that ball way out in front coming down that field. He's played to the open place, and he just played it right to his legs. He never had a shot at controlling it. Right in the middle of the field. Can Luke get there? He did. He's got Peyton on the wing if he gets him. Peyton's going to make the run. Back to the middle of the field. David Elkins. Good Lord. A lot of physicality in the middle of that field. Thought he kind of had him by the arm there. Reacting here. Cromwell with the run. He's playing over to McLean. Finally cleared out by Peyton Crafton. Alex Carbosh looking for something. Oh, can he get there? Can he get there? Nope. Seeing a lot of pressure high, but they're just really not. That's what I like to see right here. Putting pressure on that player in the back. Make him make a play. Defense is starting to come up, which I like to see. Starting to see our midfield come through, starting to feel the defense come up, starting to put some pressure on. And I'm wondering, the one thing about Woodford is the last few minutes, I mean, obviously they've played very well and they're attacking, but they played a game this morning. Yeah. That's a whole lot of extra energy to try to give out. And Central's not really been content to just kind of sit and watch. I can't let that go through. Give them space, give them somebody to go to. Played up. Nobody going to make that run. See, Peyton's going to swing over. Got 2 players there. Played up. Played out to Hunter wide. He's looking for Peyton on that wing. If he can get him, couldn't get him. Nope, first touch. No call. Just 2 people collided. Woodford on the run. Here we go. It looks like about 5 or 6. Good play by Clayton Crafton to stop that run because he had, I think he had 5 on 5 down there for that one. 18 minutes, 42 seconds to go. Woodford still on the attack. Hasn't done a lot. Central's had a couple of decent attempts, but they're really kind of content right now to watch Woodford County create. McLean, Evans, and well played by Jackson Gilbert. He's going to go to the middle of the field. Looking for that first touch. And Trevor and, whoa. Really? I think they both squared up, so. I mean, he kind of fronted him, so I'm not sure. I love Trevor White, but he turned around, looked like he was kind of ready to go at it. So Trevor not happy with the call. It looks like there was a foul called on Woodford County, and then there was some action after, and they gave David a little card for some extracurricular activity. Well, I know that they both kind of got physical, but I think both, I mean, David probably did something, and Trevor turned around like he was fronting him, like he was going to have a problem with it. But like I said, they didn't call that anywhere other than just on. And one thing I noticed, you know, one thing about being physical, your coach is yelling at you, you're trying to play this. Now you got more frustration. And, you know, I mean, I've just followed McLean Evans in the last few times. He's had a little bit of a physical part playing on, too. Looks like Andrew's going to try to make that run. Good job, Andrew, to clear that out to Hunter, who's going to go to the middle with absolutely nothing on that ball. Click it. I thought Luke had an open shot. All right, McLean's got an open side. Good play in the middle of the field by him. Good job by Hunter to stop that and make that turn. You got nobody up there, though. You got to play it back. There you go. Play the weak side with Luke. And we got a Sufi back in. I'm not sure why he came off, but he's back in now. And you wonder how much energy Woodford's going to have in this half. They're starting to see some, that was a handball. That first touch is critical in that middle of the field. If you can't control that touch, that's where you're going to lose the ball. That's where we're looking. They pulled Elkins for the yellow card, and he's got to be able to control that in the middle of the field. Oh, that was a good play. And Luke Powell on that side. He's going to play over to Hunter on the far right. He should come right back to the middle, but he didn't. He tried to go into the defender instead of the simple play, which was in the middle of the field. So throw in for Madison Central. So remember they talk about that? It's a simple play. Simple play. Don't try to spin and go down the field. Just go simple. Go simple. That's all you're asking in these days. 16:25 to go in the game. Alex Carbosh going to head that one back out of bounds. Little Andrew Jones down next to Alex Carbosh is a very interesting sight, I got to tell you. Put the ball on the ground. Good job by Hunter Jackson. He's got 4 of the players to go through. He's got Peyton on the run if he wants him. Can't get there, though. Is he going to get it? Yep, he's going to get it. Comes back. Way to continue to hold that. And he lost it in the middle of the field. And cleared way out of bounds by Brandon Carney, because I can tell you what, if Cromwell would have got that to his foot, I think he had a heck of a run coming up, and they would have had a problem with it. Cleared up. And they're going to call a call. Yeah, he kind of went into him instead of around him. So, and he did, Substituting back in, looks like Woodford's going to bring some of their starters back in. Try to make a little run here. 15:25 to go. Central really nursing a 1-point lead right now, 1-0. We expected this game to be pretty tight. We knew neither team was really going to give a lot. Probably kind of a preview of some regional action that you might see later on in the year. We don't know yet. Nobody's really told me. I've been looking. I know Madison Central is going to host districts this year, which is nice. The only district game left for Madison Central is Berea. That's the only team that we have left on our schedule. We 2-0 right now, 4-2 model, 1-0 against Madison Southern. I'll tell you what, that was like watching paint dry. I've never seen a game like that. That was one of the worst games I've ever had to watch. I thought that was out on. I thought it was out. Yeah. Cromwell's going to make a run. Looking for McLean on that wing. He's got him if he looks for him. Yep, there it is. Can he get there? Can he get there? Nope, he can't. Tried to spin it back in and save it, but he couldn't do it. It was a nice run. I thought he had him over there on that wing, too. As soon as he developed and made the middle of the field, he looked exactly where he was going. And McLean made a nice run, but couldn't get there. So throw in for Madison Central. Looks like 2 Woodford County players, and they're going to get Chris Phelps up here, too. Looks like he's going to come back in with some fresh legs, too. No real substitutions for Madison Central yet. Still content to play with the same lineup. I mean, I don't know how fresh it's going to be. I'm going to be honest with you. Andrew Jones came in, but everybody's watching in the middle of the field again. McLean on the right side. Nice ball through to Cromwell, who's going to turn that and fire. They're going to play it wide right, back into the middle of the field. Missed the header and bodied out. Good play by Woodford to come between the body and the ball. Looks like, who's that going to be? That's going to be Madison Central throw in. Yeah, they're kind of still skirting down there. They've got away with it. It's still 1-0 lead, but only goal in the game comes from Peyton on that weak side. But we got 2 warming up. I don't know if Connor Britt's how he's doing. Looks like he's warming up, and Evan Cornett's warming up right now too. Good job by Luke to try to win that. A lot of traffic in the middle of the field still. Good play back to Trevor. He's going to try to play that one by Peyton in the middle of the field. He's going to turn. A lot of, yeah. They called it on Woodford. Funyam's not going to be happy with his old player that he cut getting that foul off on him. So Peyton got a little testy with that one. He wasn't happy. The kid rode him all the way over. Peyton put his arm in his chest and just shoved him. Said, "Get off me." So he's going to tell him to shut up, both of them. So it's getting a little bit testy out here, guys. Little chippy out here. So Peyton and Cromwell are going to have a few words. They're going to stop the clock. And now he's going to talk to McLean Evans and give him a yellow card because he's not shutting up. So here's the fun part. McLean, Luke, Peyton, and Hunter Jackson all play on the same club team.
That's what I thought you said.
And that's when you start over. McLean, like I said, he's been a little frustrated the last few games, and
Competitiveness comes out.
he's been that way. He's a heck of a player, man. That kid can play. So wholesale substitutes. We've got 4 players coming in for Woodford County right now. Saw Chris Phelps coming back over to this right side. Cromwell's still up front. They're going to bring a few people out. Fresh legs. They're going to try to attack. You know it's coming. Oh, they brought Peyton out too. He wasn't too happy with the way that played out. So Peyton Otherson's going to be coming out. Looks like Evan Cornett in for him. Only goal of the game so far is Peyton Otherton on that one bender from the right side. Good play. Played out. It's going to be a throw-in for Madison Central. 11:50 to go in the game. Still kind of nursing that 1-goal lead. Remember, if this goes to overtime, this will be automatic PKs. There will be no overtime scheduled. It'll automatic to the PK side. Indian throw-in. We saw that PK last time at the Tates Creek Central game or Newport Catholic game. Luke's trying to find some space on that side and can't get it. Oh, yeah, they played that up. It was the pass led him too far. So Cromwell over in the corner. Andrew kind of put some pressure on him. They're going to play that back to keeper. Comes Andrew with a little bit of pressure. Smart play. Play it simple. Keep a nice, simple pass. Good job by Woodford County to control that in the midfield right there. And tried to go long, wasn't there. And lost. Hunter's going to control that back. Has a Sufi. First touch is good. Plays it back to Cameron Browder. He's going to go somewhat long. Try to get Andrew in the corner. Couldn't get it. It's going to be out on Trevor White. 10:34 to go in the game. 1-0 Madison Central. And played out by Trevor. I'll tell you what, those two defenders in the middle for Woodford with Alex Carbosh and Trevor White are really just something to try to get through, I got to tell you. I mean, they are just monstrous to try to go over around and get through. You're going to have to attack this team from the wings. You're not really going to get a lot from the middle of the field because they just take up so much space. Final score, University of Kentucky 62 and New Mexico State 42. Congratulations, University of Kentucky. Hey, did we outscore Louisville? Louisville scored 63 or 62. Of course, it wasn't close in Louisville. 63 points, I'll give it to them. I'm just looking for some defense, any defense. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with the rest of the season. It has just been horrible. 63, so congratulations. Good job by Evan to step up. Oh, right off his face. Yeah, it came right off his nose. Got to play. Here we go. Get your head back in the game, son. Goalkeeper kept that one out of bounds. So Evan's going to have to come out of the game, guys. He's got a nosebleed. Stop the clock. Fonium's complaining because his clock's not stopping. They stopped it. He definitely has no mercy when it comes to winning soccer games, I can tell you that. God love the man. He's an intense coach. So I'm not sure what we're doing. We're pulling Evan. Evan's on the bench, so. Coach Horn had something to say. And it looks like Peyton Evans come back in for Evan Cornett. Swinging wide. Too much time. Andrew's fighting in there. Oh, and Hunter just missed the ball. He just flat missed it. Hunter's got to be frustrated because he just flat missed the ball. I think it was a goal if he just made contact with it. Wow, that's just rough right there. All right, so here we go. Corner kick. Madison Central, 8:23 to go in the game. Corner's up. Worthy hits it on his head, but couldn't put it in the right. Worthy's frustrated too. He's mad as heck. If he puts one of those on frame, I think it was a good goal. He just couldn't quite get it on frame. So 8 minutes to go in the game. 1-0 Madison Central High School. Even game. Again, it's what we've talked about. This game goes even either way. And, I don't think either team gains an advantage in this. If you do meet in the regionals, I think it's still wide open and up for grabs. So see what happens. Hunter's going to go down the right side with a good spin. He probably just kicks it out of bounds. Throw in for Woodford. A little pressure, no pressure. Oh, mishandled. He had a shot opportunity there, but cleared out by Trevor White. And there's a race to the ball. Cromwell physically going to try to body through it. He's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in from Madison Central. Cromwell's got his head down a little bit. I think he's kind of frustrated. I don't think one thing about it is he's probably had a lot of success, especially with his runs. With this, we have a good defense. I mean, one thing about it, I think Woodford's given up 8 goals for the season. I think Madison Central's given up 7, to be honest. So these two teams defensively are both really solid. It's a physical game, and, they play physical, we play physical. I think that works out and offsets itself a little bit. That's going to be a serious foul right there. They're going to call that. Luke Powell. Luke Powell's going to get that foul. I think he went for the ball, couldn't get it. Quick play by Woodford. Andrew's trying to play up. And I think that was a little bit of a flop, I'm going to be honest with you. Trevor's going to control this. A lot of space. Finally cleared out by Peyton, who's going to make that run. He got the ball way too out in front of him. Should be an easy play by the keeper. So Christian's going to bring that back in. 6 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the game. And Christian's going to wait and finally pick it up. Chris Phelps kind of made an easy run, but the good news is he brought him all the way up. Control and go. Andrew's going to make a little bit of a run. Good play back by Trevor. Into the middle of the field. Step out by Luke. 5 minutes, 49 seconds to go. Looks like Chris Phelps. She had the right side here if he wants it. He's going to have that old right side. Played in the middle of the field and controlled out by Worthy McGuire. Good first touch. Go to the weak side. Go to the weak side. Get rid of the ball. Go long. Give him somebody to run. Back to him. Nope. Yeah, they're going to call that. Yeah, they're going to call that. Trevor came between the ball, but I think he took more of the player than the ball. He didn't really even try. So I'm not sure they're going to let Luke take this. Woodford fans not happy. Like another little wind coming in here. It looks like another little storm or a little rain coming up. Hopefully it holds off to the end of the game. Got 5 minutes to go.
Reminds me of the beach.
5 minutes. Oh, yeah, it does. Hey, that's a good analogy. It makes me feel better. I feel like I'm at the beach right now. I love that. Me and Randy are at the beach now. Kentucky won. Louisville just crushed it. Louisville's got a really good shot of winning the national championship, guys. I'll tell you what, after watching that team play. Oh, it went in. Nice play. I didn't even see that. I don't know how that. He just curved that right in the back of the goal. Luke Powell, Tammy Powell, sitting in Florida, listening to our broadcast right now, is very happy that she got to see a goal on Madison County Sports Television live. So, Tammy, that one was for you. Congratulations. Luke and Peyton put 2-0 up for Madison Central against Woodford County. So nice set piece for Luke Powell. That was beautiful. I thought he was trying to pass it in, and it looks like he bent it right around the corner. I don't think the keeper even expected it. 2-0, Madison Central. We're going to still kind of, yeah, they're going to call that. Kind of came over his back on that. Central should be in absolutely no hurry right now. No. It's a 2-0 game. You got 4 minutes to go.
Just break into defense.
Well, not really. I mean, the one thing about it is, I mean, if you want to continue, you're just going to take your time. But I mean, if you even see, it's like once this game gets somewhat out of control, I mean, right now you got two teams that play a whole lot of defense, and you know that giving up 2 goals in that period of time is going to be a challenge. So clear that out by Christian Roberts. Going to play that weak side over to Hunter. And it's controlled by Woodford County. Right now you want to really keep your player in front of you. You don't want to do anything. It's really a good play by Peyton Crafton just to clear it. Andrew's going to make a little bit of a run, played back to the keeper. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Peyton Crafton up, going to play that out. Get it right in the middle. Good job by Sufi to make that play. He's got Hunter on the side if he wants him. He's got him. He should go to the corner if he's got it. Going to come right back to the middle of the field. He's got Peyton on the wing. Got Luke moving over. Peyton's going to the wing now. Yep, there it is. Peyton should center this. Yep. Oh, he tried to control there by Madison Central. Content right now. Woodford's playing it back a little bit, which is fine. Central wants to just control the ball right there. Give it up. Give it up. Oh, nice play. Go wide. Good job. They still got him over on the left side if they want him. There it is. Take him to the left. Oh, took the shot but went wide left. Thought he had it. Thought he had it. Woodford County, number 7 in the state, putting up a heck of a fight. I'll tell you what, both these teams are solid defensively, solid midfield control. I mean, just two really good soccer teams out here tonight. The night cooled off. It's a beautiful evening. 2 minutes to go in the game, under 2 minutes to go in the game right now. Hunter's got the ball in the control. He's going to take that run. Hunter's still got to be mad he missed that ball. He was wide open on that. Kind of a weak shot by Hunter Jackson. 1:40 to go. They're going to play that out to Chris Phelps on this side. Kind of hate to play that first, and he had to get it. Good play. Overran it. Woodford's taking some chances right now. You can tell that's why they're getting so much open space. So 125. Good news is, hopefully, if when you get down to a minute, 2 minutes to go in this game, we can play it out wide. Good play. One touch right to Luke Powell. He's got Trevor on him. Trevor's going to play that out wide and just go out to the bounds. No hurry at all. Under 1 minute to go in the game. It's going to be tough to get 2 goals back. So the good news is for you and I, Randy, is there's no PKs, we hope. You know, we don't want to be here all night doing PKs, and that took a while last time. So Chris Phelps on that side, he's going to have a run. Defense is backing up. Looks like Andrew's not going to give up that possession so easy. Good job on Andrew to stop that and played out of bounds. Well done. Well done not to give up that ball. 42 seconds to go in the game. Woodford's going to have a throw in right here. And cleared out by Brandon Carney with 30 seconds. Another Woodford throw in. He's looking for somebody to throw that ball into. Finds Cromwell in the middle of the field. He chests it down, but nothing there. You know, he's got the corner. Cameron Browder just played that ball out of bounds. 19 seconds. Looks like this is just going to be kind of a formality. So throw in there. Chest it in. Nobody there. Cromwell, 9 seconds to go. They got a turn. Played off Brandon Carney's hip. Cleared out by Andrew. Carbosh is going to take a shot. Caught by Christian, and that game is officially over. Congratulations to Madison Central High School Tribe, 3rd annual Tribe Shootout champions with a beat the number 7 team, Woodford County in the state. Good job, and they're on a little bit of a roll lately. So hopefully they continue to play this. It's good to get everybody healthy back. I didn't see Sammy Perkins on the field tonight, and didn't see districts will be here. They'll be at Madison Central, so good job. Good game. Tammy Powell, you got to see your son score from Florida. Congratulations. See you next time.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, ExpressRoofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYMedia.net, Real Life Community Church, Time Warner Cable, and Madison County Schools. Okay, I checked out this Chevy Tahoe from Jack Burford Chevrolet. Nice. What?
Ooh, this is nice. Nice Tahoe. Ooh, what's this? It even has a backup camera. Sweet.
Ooh, no hands. Nice. What? You want a truck?